Love carp fishing? You've come to the right place. This channel is all about catching carp across a wide range of waters here in the UK and beyond. Join me as I chase stunning carp that will leave even the most experienced anglers in awe. And if you're just starting out, don't worry, I'll be sharing plenty of tips, tactics and advice to help you land more fish. This is Carp Chronicles. Right guys, another session it is then. Just got me water from Jammies, lovely jubbly, good job Jay. Oh, and I found my other charger lead. I've just spent 10 minutes at home trying to find another charger lead because I thought I left it at work. So as we are nearly approaching the entrance to this amazing venue, I just want to take the opportunity to beg and plead basically. You probably can see that I haven't got many subscribers, and that is true. You also see is I've only just started. Plenty of sessions lined up to post, but only just started. You might also say, hey, I recognise that face from another channel. Yep, I'm the creator of More Fish Mission, but that is a multi-species. Someone right up my hey, my it's 30 along here, all right? Anyway, back to it. So, as you'll notice, what? Yep. You might notice me from a different channel, More Fish Mission, and I don't seem to put my personality out there, but I think you carp anglers, purely carp anglers, and perhaps got something a bit more about you, perhaps would want some jokes, perhaps would want a bit of quirkiness. Well, that's what I'm going to give to you. So I'm not going to beg and plead you to subscribe, I'm not going to beg and plead you to comment, I'm not going to beg and plead you to like, because I think that's really cringy. But I know you're a genuine geezer, and I know you're a genuine geezerette for all you ladies watching this, and you're going to hit it anyway. Why? Because you love jokes and you love seeing beautiful carp. Come on, join the family and let's have some jokes. So I thought I'd better start off by saying, for anyone who's easily offended, who didn't take that as a bit of a joke with that driver, because the way things are now, people seem to be easily offended. I don't care about your sexual orientation. You be who you are, love who you are. The world is full of wonderful people. But when someone gets up my arse like that, come on, mate. I know I was keeping to the speed limit, and not a lot of people can do that now, but safety first, right? Says me, video recording whilst I'm driving. Anyway, so we start the session off by wrapping up. This will be the second time I got onto this particular swim, and I'm confident I know where the feature is, because on this particular lake, it's just big slopes, small shelves, and you need to get on that flat ground. So although I know, I still like to wrap up to where it is and chuck a marker float out. The weed has gotten thicker and thicker as the month's gone on. Speaking to old members here, actually, there never used to be any weed whatsoever. But yeah, for anyone who's starting, don't think you can rock up a few weeks later, especially this time of year, and know your spot is going to be absolutely same, because it's not. It changes. Lakes modify in a short amount of time. So anyone who's new, don't think, right, I can ping it out there. Always get your marker float out. I tend to do an approach that I'll show you in a second on this lake, a boilie only approach. So the marker always acts as a good guide and a good visual, really, to ensure I'm baiting absolutely correctly. The wind today is not too bad, but when there's a big wind on here, the undertow is immense. So you obviously, again, for anyone fishing deep waters, you always need to take the undertow into consideration and bait accordingly, really. So here I am, checking where the weed is, and whether the weed is pushed out or any new strands are there, because we all know presentation and accuracy is so important. And there's that weed I was telling you about. And for all you guys that are new to fishing, if you can get over the top of some weed and fish tight to that, what a feature that is. So I'm confident. I'm wrapping up again, just because it has changed slightly with the water drop and the weed. So accuracy, I mean, in any fishing, it's important. But here, if you get on that slope, all your bait is going to be rolling to the 20 foot it goes to. Well, it goes to about 35. But here, it drops from 14 to 20 on a slope, not presented properly. or, you know, it's just not going to be right, is it? You're not going to have bait around you, and the fish might pop down there, scoff all your freebies, thank you very much, sir. So, yeah, just a little bit of advice for anyone who's new or new to fishing waters where it's slopes. You've got tiny little bars and shelves to fish on, and accuracy is so much more important than just your standard commercial lake. So let's have a look at the bait. I've got some boilies here that have been soaked in amino spod mix, and I'll just add a bit of smoke on top of that just to give it a bit before it goes out, and obviously spill a few over the floor just to make it a bit interesting. No, give it a shake around, and then we obviously go on to applying it. So I've got the catapult there. Always give the elastic a good bit of stretch, just warms it up a little bit, and then it's just simply firing it around the marker. So I put 3 on the spot on this swim. Concentrate mostly around the marker, and then I'll get my middle rod right in the center of it, and just fish one each side. So nice and straightforward. Try and make a little bit of a spread, but keeping it quite accurate. So let's have a look at the rig then. So my favourite bottom bait and wafter rig at the moment is the Darren Peck's version of the multi-combi, which consists of 5 inches of stiff boom and a 4 centimetre braided section. Now these hooks right here are absolutely perfect. They're my favourite hooks. If you haven't had a look at them or tried them, certainly worth a look. I mean, the sharpness lasts like 3-4 fish, let alone 3-4 cast. Unbelievable. So all you do is the braided section, which will be a loop, you thread it through the front of the eye of the hook. You then grab your micro ring swivel and pop it onto the braided section. Obviously push it up, and then you want to push the loop of the braided section over the hook. Now it is a little bit fiddly, but totally it's certainly worth it. These rigs last a long time. So yeah, you push it over the front of the hook. Obviously be careful of the point and the barb. And then you'll use a little bit of silicone, but first make sure that ring swivel is opposite the barb, or if it's barbless, as close to where you think the barb would be, and then you just literally push that little bit of silicone over. And I love these hooks because they've already got a bend. You get a nice little bend to help turn. Obviously try and keep that ring swivel in place. I must have been having a bit of a mare there. So yeah, you push that silicone over the eye of the hook, which will then secure that whole section in place, so you're not going to have any movement, and create like a D-rig effect, really, doesn't it? Which is cool. So that's the rig. Nice bit of putty there. I'll use a little bit more putty, just put it over the join, and then I'm just pushing it back out, and yeah, making sure that's absolutely how I like it. Like I say, I like a bit more putty than perhaps most people, but I want to make sure that's secured to the deck, and then the turn on these rigs are immense. Look at that. Cool. Right, so we'll have a look. So obviously boilie approach, just matching the hatch, exactly the same boilies, and I always like to add a little bit of foam just to secure that boilie in place so there's no flopping around, and if there's any weed, I'm going to push right through it. Look at that swan go! Well guys, what a quiet night, absolutely crazy. I mean, not much showing at all. The odd occasional bosh at the back of the lake, which is usually all day, but turning up and like, okay, what, has someone netted the lake or something? It's just crazy. But, unless it was the wind, I hope that I've just had a line bite. The right rod, one beep, come on son. The guys next door, literally, just clicking cans all night and having a good chat. No, I don't mind. I'm sure I've been in worse states on the bank in the past on a social. So, what's your opinion? If you've got noisy neighbours, does that ruin your trip? Anyway, I want to bring you a little bit of excitement. I've decided to buy a scratch card. Now, without me sounding too kooky, there's a spiritual meaning that if you see a scratch card on the floor, you mean to go and buy one. Now, a little bit of advice here. but only advice if I actually win it. So let's do a live reveal. So what we got? So we've got a 5-3 matching symbols, either vertically or horizontally. Using a good old stone for this as well, no coins involved. Oh well, let's hope that was a line bite and I can actually show you a carp. Okay, maybe a bit dramatic with the "ha" there, but the first fish out of a lake, you know, you were trying is always special, especially when they look like this. Nowhere near the biggest. Reported 4 50s in this lake and a big bunch of 30s, a few 40s too. So keep watching, I'll be here regularly, you don't want to miss it. So just look at these photos. Max from DNA done these. What a great job. What a beautiful little carp. That in years to come is going to be absolutely amazing. I've woken up to a scream and run. This will be the second fish out of this lake now, but it's a little bit bigger than the one you might have seen in a recent video. Cool, I can't wait to show you that fish. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. More sessions coming up here, and there's more from plenty of different venues as well. More club waters, and me and my old mucker Wes will be down at Doddington Pits for the second time. The first video is going to be uploaded, and then we're going again soon. Can't wait to go. What else have we got? So we've got France for a week. Well, I've just got so many carpy sessions to show you. So if you want to subscribe, do so. But I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't. But anyway, thanks for watching, and tight lines.